Auburn.
Chase.
What's up?
What's going on?
What is today?
Today is Monday.
Monday at the office, and we got a little surprise today.
It's not a surprise to us, though.
Not to us, but to the person that's going with us. It's kind of a surprise.
I mean, arguably, it's going to be the biggest surprise.
The biggest surprise ever. Special guest on the vlog. This is the 15th or 16th episode? 16th episode of The Crest. Got a surprise today. Staff surprise. Auburn, you ready to go get him?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Who are we going to get?
Do we tell him now or do we tell him later?
I think we got to tell him now.
Tell him now. I'll give you the honors.
The one and only Raymond Jones.
Raymond Jones. Ray Jones. A little surprise for him today.
Why are you standing on your tiptoes, man?
Trying to get a little taller with you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Are we ready to get him now?
Yeah, let's go get him.
Here we go.
Are y'all going right now?
Right now. You want to go?
Yeah, I kind of want to watch this.
You want to go?
I would like to go, but I don't need to.
I mean, come on, Matthew. You can go with us. There's room in Auburn's truck. Come on, Matthew. Let's go. We're making 2 stops if you want to go. All right, Miss Melanie. We need to know if the man is ready for his video for today, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They said he's ready, Auburn. You ready?
Ready. I think I'm ready.
As you're checking your mail.
Yep, I think I'm ready.
Matthew's going with us.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Pastor, you sit in the front seat with Auburn. Matthew and I get in the back.
Okay.
You seem nervous, Pastor.
I don't trust you guys.
You don't trust us?
All right, Brother Ray. While we take our journey to our first location, we've got a few questions for you. For all of our lovely church family and viewers. All right, first question. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, what is your favorite holiday?
Probably Thanksgiving. Christmas, of course, I love, but for completely different reasons, because we celebrate Christ's birth. But in just pure enjoyment of a holiday, Thanksgiving.
If you had to pick one side, you can only eat one side for the rest of your life at Thanksgiving, what is it?
A dressing.
Dressing. Okay,
With gravy now. I do get gravy on it.
Oh,
don't
like
I?
the giblet gravy or just like regular gravy?
What difference does that make?
Well, you know, there's a difference. Like with some of the, you know, elderly people, there's
Giblet
a difference.
gravy.
Giblet gravy. See, my man. But tell the viewers, what is the difference in stuffing and dressing?
Stuffing comes out of a box.
Oh,
I don't know if I really know that. I think the ingredients are completely different in them. I know they don't taste the same. So
we've got the sides, the actual meat of the dish. Are you going turkey, ham? You know, some people change it up and go chicken. What kind of meat are you having for Thanksgiving?
turkey all the way.
Oh,
Turkey
like,
all the way.
are you eating it dry though? Like no gravy, no barbecue sauce or anything?
You know, I put the gravy on the dressing, and I eat the dressing and the turkey kind of in combos. So there is overflow of dressing onto the turkey.
Okay, we can accept that. We can accept that. Now for dessert, a lot of people like pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, pecan pie. Well, I mean, what's your go-to dessert?
Well, my wife makes this lemon kind of icebox pie with blueberries on it in our home. That's my go-to dessert. But prior to that, it was always pumpkin pie, but not sweet potato pie. That is not the same. And I'm not into pecan pie, and so it is. Number one is my wife's lemon cheesecake pie with blueberries, and number two would be pumpkin pie.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty good. You may have to save a slice for us.
Probably not gonna happen.
Oh, that's what I was
All right,
thinking.
get to the questions, Auburn, that pertain to more what we're doing today.
All right, so we're almost here at our first stop, and as we think, you know, we will give you this. You have some style. You wear a nice array of colors. You like to push the boundaries on the colors, and we really appreciate that. Very colorful. But how would you describe your style?
How would I describe my style?
Like in one word.
Most of the time, classy.
Classy. Okay. Very acceptable.
I would agree with
answer.
that, 100%.
Very acceptable. Okay, well, we are at our first location. Can you take a guess at where we're going?
If I see the sign, I can. Cato? Isn't that women? That's the only sign I see.
We are
I'm
not,
not going in there. I want you to know I'm not going in for women's clothing.
we are not going to Cato. We're going to take you into TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. Okay.
All
TJ
right.
Maxx it is.
Ready. All right, Auburn, tell them what we're doing. You gonna tell them yet?
All right, Brother Renee. We are about to look for a shirt in here.
Uh-oh.
To go with your pants, nice black jeans, and then we'll take you to look at some shoes. How does that sound?
Scary.
What size shirt do you wear?
Or usually an extra large.
Okay, that's what I thought. So down here, we got some flannels down here. So those could be an option. See this. What about this? Would you wear that?
He already said no to the short sleeve.
I like that shirt. That's a pretty cool shirt.
It is a nice shirt. You don't think you can pull a short sleeve off?
I think.
Do y'all think I can?
I think you can.
one of the
There's a better short. Just pause.
let me say, one of the reasons, Pastor, we want to do this today is not that it has anything to do with your classic style, but more when you hang out with us in student ministry, we wanted to kind of up your game to hang out with students.
So, like what I've got on doesn't work with students? Is that what
The shirt's okay. Well, we're gonna work on the shoes in a little bit, but you know, the shirt's okay. But something more like that.
This kind of thing right there.
Right.
That looks kind of small for my muscular shoulders.
Something with like some simple colors. See, this is the same shirt. Yeah. I think you could pull that on. I think that would look good. I'm saying that's it. That's it.
You know, I like that, but I don't trust you guys when you say you like it, because what I think is, if I wore it, you guys would be cracking up secretly saying,
No.
we convinced them that they look good.
If you options here, okay, so you got one of these. So we go here, that, or
and
that one.
that.
All right, it's your pick. You gotta think. This is a tough decision.
It's got to go with my black jeans. right?
Yes, and we'll work on your shoes in a minute.
This gives flexibility for the shoes.
And if we buy this, I actually have to wear it. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
So my favorite shoes, probably going to be Under Armour. Used to be Nike, but in the last really 10 years, if I'm going to buy a running shoe or a sports shoe, it's going to be
I will hate to inform you that Under Armour is not the stylish shoe of the decade.
Just ask me.
I'm with you. I have a pair of Under Armours. They're very comfortable. Mine actually, when you take a picture, they like reflect off of it, so they reflect a different color.
So what is the size?
You definitely got to go probably like some Jordans first. Then I would probably say Adidas, depending on what they are. A guy you may know, Stan Smith.
I do. I used to wear Stan Smith tennis.
Okay.
Literally tennis shoes.
Even better.
Made for tennis.
Those are an option. And then probably Nike after that, just depending on the.
What about K-Swiss? You remember K-Swiss?
Yeah, K-Swiss is like, that's worse than KFC. They're like way out of date.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
They were the best shoes to play tennis in.
Well, they have been K-Swissed officially. Like, they are gone. KO'd, yeah.
Okay.
Ray, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
This is probably not for the blog, but how did they talk you into this?
Auburn hit me in between services on a Sunday, and my mind wasn't on the implications of this. He said, do you think we could borrow you for a couple of hours one afternoon to go shop? And I was thinking about the next service, and I said, sure, just get it on my calendar. And the next thing I know, I didn't think anything else about it until my secretary told me last week, you know, next week you have a 2 o'clock appointment with Chase in Auburn. I said, oh yeah, I think I did tell him I'd do that. So that's how I am here, because I'm a man of my word.
Are you telling us you're rethinking what you want to do?
I'm probably, after I see the shoes, I will be rethinking. I don't, you know.
Do you really think we would lead you astray?
Yes, I do.
Would you wear something like that?
Would I wear something like that? I might.
Alright, this compared to like a white Stan Smith, what do you like better?
Oh, I like the white Stan Smith.
You like the white Stan Smith? Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Alright. Don't you think that the white Stan Smith looks a little more dressy than something that's like that kind of look?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I agree. So that's more of a dressy look, so you could wear them with the black.
See, if I were going to wear Vans, I would probably go with the checkerboards.
Really?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah. If I were going to wear Vans, I'd take that over these.
Really?
I think I'd have to put them on and see. But I thought that if I were going to do a band, it would probably be
The black and white
checkerboard.
A couple of sizes. I mean, each style. Just try them both.
Yeah, try them on. Let's do it. Let's see what they got.
Yeah, this might be.
With the black?
I'm just thinking here.
Just thinking. The black jeans. See,
This would officially be the first pair of Vans I've ever owned.
that's where we might be somewhere.
I actually like those better, I think.
Not bad.
So as we're heading back, you know, mostly students watch these videos.
Right.
How long were you in student ministry?
I was in student ministry for, well, it depends. I was in a parachurch student ministry before I was in the church student ministry. In the church, about 10 years. In parachurch, a couple of years with an organization called Campus Crusade for Christ as part of their high school team back when they had high school ministry.
What was your favorite, if you had to say like top 3 moments from student ministry, what would they be?
Number 1, getting the lock-in over.
We don't do those anymore.
I quit doing them too.
Don't get any ideas. We're never doing.
I actually like that idea, Chase.
Well, I don't, and I'm in charge.
What if we
of
bring
student
back a
ministry.
throwback?
No, we're not throwing back nothing.
Yeah.
It's like the K-Swiss KO'd out.
I finally had one, and I said, I'm not doing these ever again, and I didn't. Number 2, what would I say? I would do each Christmas a conference that I'd put together up in Gatlinburg. Now there are all these ministries that do them, but at the time we'd have churches from all over the South come in. At that time, about 500 or 600 kids, and that was a real highlight for me with my kids. We just had it was a great time, and we'd do it in Gatlinburg is where we'd do it. I would rent a conference center out, and then we'd bring these other groups in, but it was initially it was for I'll tell you, it's kind of like Wired. You know, Wired kind of originally started for just a couple of churches, and then it just kind of exploded. But our Christmas conference did that, and so that was probably a real highlight to me in terms of what I did with students. And I know this might sound a little cheesy, but I really enjoyed our Wednesday night study time. To me, those were I had a group of guys that I personally discipled early in the mornings on Friday before school at 5:30, and that was a real joy. So those kinds of things, really, if I look back, I'd say investing in the kids, and then the joy is now as a pastor, I see a lot of those kids who stayed the course and kept the faith and are parents now and love their kids, and some of them are even at our church, Ridgecrest.
Do you have any like funny, embarrassing stories from your time in student ministry? Chase has one from when he was an intern down at the beach retreat one time. We won't go into that, but that was a great, funny, embarrassing story for him. Do you have any of those?
The whitewater rafting trip, when I was youth pastor in Texas, every year we would take the 12th graders on a senior trip. And most of the time we'd take them down the Guadalupe River, which was a whitewater river not far out of San Antonio, and we were in Fort Worth. We'd drive down, spend the night, do a night out, the restaurant and everything, then we'd raft down the Guadalupe River. And I'd done it for 2 or 3 times, and so on this particular senior trip, we went and we got ready to launch these 8-man rafts, and they were one guide short. And I told he said, we're one guide short. He said, would you take the boat? And I said, yeah. I said, I've been down the river several times. I'll be happy to guide the boat down. And so it just so happened that wasn't the problem. The problem was I ended up with 7 12th grade girls who had never whitewater rafted. And so we get moving down the river, and there comes a place, you guys know, you've whitewater rafted before. At certain places in severe, where the rapids are severe, they'll string signs across the river to let you know what to expect. Well, this happened to have a fork in the river. There was a sign above the main part where we were going down that said, stay left. In other words, don't go right on the fork. And we're going down, and the next thing you know, we're drifting to the right, and I start telling, the girls are just laughing. I say, hey girls, we've got to go back to the left. Help me get us back to the left. And they're trying to paddle, and they're not in sequence, and suddenly our boat starts spinning. We're just going around. We have no control, and guess where we end up?
On the right.
We end up on the right fork. And it eventually diverges where you can't see the main path anymore because there's a woods and everything, and so we're going down this, and I don't know what's ahead. I've never been this way before, and we're laughing. Then all of a sudden we start hearing a sound. It goes
no.
And the girls are laughing, splashing each other, and they said, what's that, Mr. Ray, what's that? I said, that's a waterfall. And they said, oh boy, we're gonna go over a waterfall. And I'm saying, no, I don't know what, and it's getting louder and louder, and we're getting closer and closer, and finally I say to them, strap in, hold in, and I showed them how to bind themselves into the cord around the raft, and I said, and hold on, and man, sure enough, we go over this fall, and it's about a 15-foot waterfall. That's a long way to fall in a raft. And we went over this thing, we plunged down below the fall, underwater, the entire boat, we go underwater. And all of a sudden we shoot out on the top, and when we do, I start counting mentally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to make sure, and everybody was in there, and they're all screaming and laughing and saying, oh, that was great fun, that was fun, and all this. And I'm just thankful that I didn't kill 7 12th grade girls. Well, shortly after that, it merges back into the main river, and on this trip, 12th graders, there were several boats, and they see us coming back into the main, and they're saying, you weren't supposed to go that way. And they were saying, there's a waterfall over there. And the girls are screaming back, you bunch of sissies! We went through the waterfall. Why didn't y'all go through the waterfall? And a lot of these football players and all this, and these girls, they never let them live it down the rest of that weekend.
Look at that man.
Here's the reveal.
That's it, Pastor. You look good. What do you think?
I think I'm a 61-year-old man trying to look real young.
No, not real young. You look good.
I think you look really good. That's because you got these same shoes on.
What do you think, Matthew?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Now let's go show Bradley.
All right. Ladies, quit laughing.
What'd you just say?
Where's my skateboard?
Your skateboard.
Somebody stole my skateboard. Oh wait, that was 40 years ago.
Did you really skate?
Yeah, I did. Before they had the big skateboards.
So you were like Tony Hawk before Tony Hawk was Tony Hawk.
Where do you think Tony Hawk learned it?
All right, Bradley.
What up, boy?
Dude, we gotta make a major reveal right now, okay?
All right.
The man himself, Pastor Ray Jones, has been shopping with us. Here he is.
Hey!
Turn those lights on. Turn those lights on.
Switch.
Look at those shoes, man.
Oh, snap.
What are you
Dripping.
Yeah. All right. There you go. I didn't know Superbad was still open down there.
If I could just find my skateboard. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I lost my skateboard.
There you go.
You went as far as
Did you steal my skateboard?
No, I did not.
Look, he can pull it off.
He can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As the young people say, Chuck, he's now dripping.